Here, let me...
Nick Merckx as a beta male and 8 Thoughts as the GOAT.
Okay.
Who the fuck are these people that make video games nowadays? Who is in charge of hiring people nowadays? I'll tell you who's in charge. DEI, equality of outcome, not equality of opportunity. The people making video games now don't know what they're doing, and you're starting to see it in real time when they release these updates with absolutely unbelievable broken situations occurring. It is completely the most and brokenness, that's not even the correct English, broken update, whatever. Look at this fucking nonsense, bro. This is the most broken update ever. This is just a couple of instances. Look at this.
LMC warning! What the fuck?
What the fuck? It should fix after a minute.
Coming over.
What? It looks like it's a visual bug. I like ran straight into it to see if it was bugged.
Nah, what the fuck?
Have they done? Bro, it's a fault line. Nah, that must have been an earthquake, dude. It's just a fault line. Dude.
I mean, even the Call of Duty shills are losing their mind on Twitter about how broken this update is and how many issues there are with it. I mean, what is going on? Who are you people? I'm glad Sledgehammer Games blocked me because I'd be giving you an absolute ass ripping right now, hurting all your little protected little SJW. Oh my God, pronouns in my bio, Ukraine, liberals, you guys are destroying society. I'm not even using juxtaposition or hyperbole or exaggeration. You people hire people based upon all those things. They have nothing to do with the merit of their skill. And this is what we're seeing in society right now. You want to know why things are going to hell? Because they're hiring people who work at the most prestigious universities who plagiarize their goddamn theses to get even in. These people are all not qualified to have the positions they had. They got them not based on merit. They got them because they are a certain color, or gender, or vote a certain way, or have pronouns in their bio, or some kind of nonsense bullshit. I'm going to put it here right now. Some people are better at other things than others. It is just the way it is. I don't care if that's fair or not fair. That's how it is. And in a world that is predicated by other people's decisions and how what other people do has effect on this and that and the snowball effect. This is not even an important thing about video games. This is just video games, but also I forget. I got carried away there going on my rant. Look, even the Call of Duty shills, before I go any further, sorry, let me calm it down. Even the Call of Duty shills have had enough of this nonsense. Warzone loadout. I really don't understand how an update with so many visible bugs can get a green light from this company with dozens of developers and millions of budget. The bugs are all over the menu and loadouts. There's no way they are not able to know before pushing the go live button. Oh yeah, here we go. Updates. We're investigating issue causing kill streak notification banners to not appear correctly. Fetching data. We're investigating issue causing players to get stuck in a fetching data loop. We're investigating issue causing players to enter a bug state when attempting to open a loadout. Charlie Intel here. All the issues with Warzone after today's update so far. Loadouts do not work in game, causing the game to bug and crash. Kill streak notifications are not showing up anymore. When you get a notification, it's supposed to pop up so you know what the hell's going on, right? You don't know what's going on. Boom, you get smoked by a kill streak. Many players are also stuck in the fetching profile loop still to get into Warzone. These are just some of the tweets. They are freaking out as well. People have had enough of this bullshit, but hey, keep voting for liberals and things will get a lot worse when they start hiring people to fly your planes. They're not based upon skill, but because they're black or whatnot, and then you crash or you hit emergency landing because you're hiring people to do most important jobs in the world. Just take an example, Microcosm, Call of Duty. Look how broken this is. This is what we're looking forward to in society in actual important jobs, like getting doctors or people that fly airplanes or air traffic control or scientists or teachers at Harvard University who are hired because they're cheating liars, and then they go out there and can't even give you a proper answer to an easy question in front of the Senate, and they're like wondering why the kids coming out of university are brain dead fucking morons. Bro, I know I just uploaded a video earlier telling you how awesome Call of Duty was, having a great time, which I was until this update. Now it's completely broken. Don't even bother trying to play the game. Well, you can, but over half of you are not even bother going to be able to play the game, and you're going to end up getting a bunch of glitch and have a freaking stroke by the strobe light effects and all the glitches and stuff going on. It's no point playing this your Call of Duty shield trying to get a bunch of people to donate to you, even though you're a millionaire with super high definition Google spec glasses and you dress up like a cartoon character at 46 years old getting people. Anyways, I'm going on a ram tangent again there. Fuck Call of Duty streamers. They can all suck a dick. You guys can really suck on it if you didn't like this video, by the way. If you didn't like this video, I don't like you. You want to know why? It's super easy. Just go over here. Go over there. You go. Hit a click button. How hard was that? Support somebody who actually has balls. Someone who actually is keeping it real. I'm the Trump MLG. I'm the Alex Jones, the Call of Duty community. You got to respect that. If you don't, well then quite frankly, hey, I would never have you do any surgery on me. Real pro tip, not Call of Duty, real life. You want, make sure, if you're going for a doctor, it's more important now than ever. More important now than ever. If you want the odds, not everyone's going to be, you might find the opposite, but your best odds for finding a good doctor, you want a male, and you want it to be Jewish, Asian, or white. Just going to put it out there. Those people have the highest requirements and standards more so than anybody else because it is actual racism when you're, not selecting them and selecting somebody else. But yeah, just pick those people when you want to, have a higher chance, higher propensity to have a actual doctor that knows what they're doing. But these developers don't know what they're doing. That's why it's getting worse. I mean, like I said, I went on my rant earlier, but let's just really make it clear here. Things are getting worse because in the last 20 years, it's actually been going on for probably since the 1970s, according to Mr. Bezmenov there, the KGB defector that told us about ideological subversion that's taking place. It has been going on for 50 years, and we're really starting to see what's happening now. The people who are working, the people who are making decisions at the universities, which are some of the most important institutions because, you go to university, it's sort of like a gatekeeper for you to get a job, whether it be in medical science or any position. I mean, like they were just saying earlier, they're trying to hire air traffic controllers and airplane pilots and trying to make it more diverse. And then if you look at the people, if you actually want to look at real data that's not forged or trying to spread fake information, if you look at these people, and like I said, this is a Call of Duty community as well. This is exactly what you're seeing in real time, Sledgehammer games. This is why games are broken, this is why updates, this is why the game sucks, this is why we have skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking is communism. They're trying to basically take away from the good and try to make it equal so that the dribbling morons can have a safe space. But if you want to see what's going on in the last 50 years, you look at universities and what they're teaching there, and you see the brain dead people coming out just full of propaganda like zombies walking around with pride color in their eyes going, oh, okay, I believe what I'm told. That's exactly what's happening. Like you can see it. Imagine this kind of mistake happening in an airplane, in a flight, in a surgery. This is what's going to happen. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not even joking. This is actually going to happen. We are going to see the demise and downfall of the West, not because we did something happen to us. We did it to ourselves. We're doing it to ourselves. We are literally shooting ourselves, People in the army, they can't even get people who aren't obese. They can't even get people who can pass the basic physical examination test to be able to even get into the army. So they're taking morons. Look at cops. You want to know why there's so many people getting beat up and looks at all those bad videotapes? Now, obviously, 99% of cops are good, but you know what I'm saying? They got video cameras everywhere now, so every little mistake and egregious error is caught on camera. But you want to know why cops are worse off than now? Because they can't find anybody to fill the positions and they have to hire losers. I'm not saying that there's like equity hirings on being police officers. There are female cops. That's amazing. Great. I could really like to see a 5'7", 150-pound woman try to wrestle down a 6'2" man aggroed out of his mind. You know what happens? They have to resort to deadly force quicker than anybody else because their life is at threat right away because the man's on top of them. Next, you know, they pull out the cap and try to shoot him. Just look what happened at the courthouse when they tried to take that man downstairs to the courtroom. They left like 3 bailiffs in the jail cell with the guy. The guy just ends up taking all their weapons off and executes them all right there and goes in the courthouse and starts busting caps on his ass too. My point is that this is what's happening in gaming. This is what's happening in Call of Duty. You take that and you put it out there in the real world and you got real problems. Not just about a video game we're complaining about here, which doesn't really matter in the big spectrum of things. It's just really highly annoying that these developers can release a game so broken over and over again. How do you do an update like this? As my boy here, Warzone Loadout, said, come on, man. How do you update this? How do you see all these bugs, all these freaking glitches? There's no way you don't know that and you just push it out anyways because you have to, but you're like, oh, it's broken. We'll fix it after. Call of Duty community is a bunch of morons. They won't know any better. Yeah, sure. Which is true because people are addicted. Because Call of Duty is not more so about enjoying the video game. If you want to get metaphysical about it here, want to get psychological, like I was Jordan Peterson, but just not an angry guy who's having way too much testosterone because all he does is eat meat and he's got probably really backed up bowels and he's really constipated and that kind of upsets him. What the problem is that, you know what? Is that the video game is more of like a dopamine harvesting recycling center. That's all you're really doing. You're chasing dopamine. That's why it's addicting because the video game has figured out a way that they did accidentally on purpose. I don't know, the Call of Duty games were started off by military propaganda, were funded by the State Department to try to recruit people, and they even said themselves that Call of Duty video games have done a way better job in recruiting people in the army than they ever have in their entire life, even though now the people who play video games in Call of Duty wouldn't want them protecting your car in a parking lot, let alone your country and your borders, which is not protecting anyways. Really kind of strange how Joe Biden, how many years ago, was talking about we gotta have strong borders. Barack Obama when he wasn't drone striking innocent people and being a war criminal, then actually winning a Nobel Peace Prize. Crazy, I know, right? He was talking about protect the borders. Now it's like, open it up, let's let everybody in. That's basically the kind of armed services you would have if you've got people in a Call of Duty community to try to protect the border. Point is that Call of Duty isn't even about having fun. It's about dopamine. You can tell when you're playing with these kids playing online, they're angry all the time. They're mad. They don't even seem to having a good time, because also they're tricked into the fact they think they need to be professional Call of Duty video game players instead of just enjoying it for a stupid video game that it is, that doesn't work anyways, so who cares? We can't even play the damn thing. It's broken half the time, and communism matchmaking is destroying it for everybody else to help protect a bunch of dribbling morons who don't seem to realize they just play the video game, get better, and then you don't have to get yourself beat down like the rest of us had to go through 10, 15 years ago. Alright, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching the video. This new update completely destroyed Call of Duty, probably because they got a bunch of people who are not good at their jobs because they were hired not based upon their actual merit, like Martin Luther King said. Judge me not on what the color of my skin, but the content of my character. Alright? Which is not exactly what's happening, exact opposite. Judge me because I may be a complete actually idiot, but I'm black and I'm gay, so you gotta give me the job. Right? Right. I'm out. Stay black. Question authority. Don't do honky crack or utility shapes. You have to just build a mood-based harp. The spraying chemtrails. 7-Eleven was definitely an inside job. Just Google the Coke Tower 7 up. A human grove worship. Aldo is flat. Moon was fake. Al Jones is Bill Hicks. Horse is a fraud. Is a gay white man. Bring you down.